Well, they fled to the U.S. after facing religious persecution in the 90s. Now dozens of Indonesians in New Jersey could be torn from their jobs, homes, and American-born children. Lisa Wojcicki reports.
Harry Pangemanan has lived in the United States for almost 20 years, but the federal government considers his home 10,000 miles away in Indonesia. He and roughly 60 other Indonesians in New Jersey are facing deportation.
It's like Krista right now. If me and my wife been deported back to Indonesia, and then they will living without their parents anymore, and then that one is very, very tough to do.
The president issued an executive order in June advising Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement to focus on deporting criminals. Harry says he's worked a factory job for 15 years, and he and his wife Mariana have 2 American-born children. He says they fled Indonesia in the 90s as the Muslim majority persecuted Christians, particularly those of Chinese descent. Upon arriving in the U.S., he says they received a tourist visa and were able to work and get a driver's license.
They all arrived here, they overstayed tourist visas, not knowing how to file for asylum. Now they're in a situation where they should have filed for asylum and they didn't. When they finally did file for asylum in the early 2000s, they were denied because they filed too late.
Reverend Seth leads the Reformed Church of Highland Park. He says he baptized Harry's daughter and helped free him when he was detained in a raid in 2006. His church is connected with 7 congregations made up of Indonesian members. According to the U.S. Census, of the 1,500 Indonesians in the state, many live in Middlesex County.
There is new policy by Obama in June of this year saying that discretion should be shown to non-criminals who meet a number of criteria. Religious and ethnic persecution is one of those criteria. We don't understand why, at this particular moment, the Indonesians in central New Jersey are being told, go home by the end of the year, when there's a new policy that extends the use of prosecutorial discretion.
And at this point, the group together is reaching out to legislators here in New Brunswick. They've tried to reach out to Congressman Frank Pallone as well as Senator Bob Menendez.
We are trying to use the president's executive order to the Department of Homeland Security and ICE, which is Immigration and Customs Enforcement, to pursue the president's order and to make a determination that these people actually qualify. They are law-abiding, family-driven, church-driven individuals. So they, to me, seem to be the epitome of what the order intended to protect.
Do you even know what you would do if you had to go back to Indonesia?
Right now, I don't have any idea what we do over there, especially with the children.
The UN says Indonesia is a third world country, and there, Harry says he would have to start from scratch. The Reverend says the White House has given them positive feedback, but they're still waiting for a response from the Newark office. Harry says he's been told to report to the ICE office in Newark December 6th with a plane ticket in hand. Reporting in New Brunswick, I'm Lisa Wojcicki for WMBC News.
WMBC did reach out to U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement for a comment. They did not return our call by deadline, but in the past, the agency has said it will consider each appeal individually.